Hello everyone, I'm just popping on because I really wanted to share with you guys exactly what I use for my makeup. I've actually got my bag here with me today. It's everything that I have used, whether it is to do with a night routine or if it's for the day. It's all in there. I don't have a lot of makeup. I really tried to simplify it, and this is probably still too much, but I really do love makeup and I love trying new brands, and I really have used quite a lot. And you know, having a makeup bag this big compared to a ginormous kit, which is what I was sort of used to working in makeup industry as a makeup artist for so long, I've really used a lot of different types of makeups. A lot of you asked me in my recommendations and what I use myself, so I thought I'd just hop on and really share a breakdown of all my favorite products and why I love them. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so let's start with the bare basics. I'm just going to share my favorite SPF. So this is for daily use. I use this under my day makeup. I put this one down. Basically, I'll either go in with the Liquid Sunshine first, or I'll use the SPF. There's not really any particular way that I like better. Sometimes I hop out of the shower and I'm just really excited to put the Liquid Sunshine on because it feels so nice on the skin and really hydrating. So I just go straight in with that, and that just means that I'll put the SPF and the other Perle Co products on afterwards. Ultraceuticals. I have been using Ultraceuticals for about a year now. I had terrible breakouts about a year ago, just with hormonal stuff and that sort of thing. So I did start working with a skin clinic to really try and fix my skin, and they use Ultraceuticals, and I have just fallen in love with the range. All of their products are really good and my skin seems to really thrive on it. I've only got really good things to say about that. This SPF is really good because it's mattifying, and I just find that it doesn't feel like sunscreen on my skin. This is a 5-star review. I love this one. Okay, so next is the Perle Co products. We've done about, I don't know, we've done countless videos on the Perle Co products, so we're just gonna skip this one. We all know that we love Perle Co, so that's why you guys are here. Basically, that would be the next phase of application, and I've really been enjoying applying that with a brush. So just a kabuki that I put a little bit on the base here, and then I just apply it like so. I can use all three on that brush, or I just use a duo, so the Pearl Glow and the Golden Glow. Cool, moving along. Okay, this is probably the one that I get asked the most, and this is concealers. I really love this Double Duty Beauty Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. This is a full coverage concealer. So this one I use when I've really got bad dark eyes, feel like I need coverage, I've got pimples, anything like that that I want to cover. I generally will use this one for that. Then I've got the Bobbi Brown Eye Contour. This one here has a slight yellowy orange hue to it, and this helps sort of counteract the colouring underneath the eyes. You can get this in all different types of shades, so depending on what kind of situation you've got going under your eyes and how bad it is, you can get the right color to counteract that. So just ask for any help when you are buying, and especially for the first time, and the girls there will help color match you, and you'll end up with something that will counteract that coloring, if that makes sense. So it's really helpful. I will use this and that when it's really bad. If it's not that bad, I just use this. So most days I'm always using this, if that makes sense. Generally when I'm doing it, I'm going just underneath the eyes, okay? And then I go with this one here. I will either use like a foundation type brush for this, or something a bit fluffier. When I'm after more coverage, I'll go for a tighter bristle, and when I'm just wanting it really nice and light and not too intense, I go with something a bit more fluffier. I don't know, there might not be any logic in that, but that's kind of how I do it. Okay, next. Let's talk foundation. I don't usually wear any foundation. I really just wear Perle Co and then the little bit of concealer if I need to, but do like to go out every now and then. It's not very often, but it does happen, and on those times I probably will use a foundation. It's more of a night thing for me. I do love this foundation. It is called Bounce. It's the Beauty Blender foundation. It actually has a little dish. It is a really nice full coverage foundation. Honestly, one of the best foundations I've ever used. It's not very expensive either. It's about $50, which I think is really good because I've used some that are about $100 and I think it's way nicer. A really beautiful full coverage foundation. Okay, powders. There's two powders that I go between. I've talked about it in my tutorials before. There is a translucent that I'll go for. And this one here won't give any coverage. There are a few different types of translucents that you can get now as well too. So that's pretty cool. You've got a few different options. I did have the Laura Mercier one. I loved it. I thought it was great, but I haven't really been in the translucent world all that often. The one that I was using before the Laura Mercier was a Inica vegan makeup brand. It is really lovely as well too. I think the particle size of the powder was a little bit softer in the Laura Mercier, so I might have liked that one a little bit more. I'm probably finding that yet again this Fenty one's got a really good review as far as translucent, so that's why I thought I'd give it a go. It is so silky. The way that you can tell if a translucent powder is really good is if you grab a little bit of the powder and you put it on the back of your hand and you feel how it goes into your pores and your skin, and just see if it creases up, if it makes it look dry, all that kind of stuff. You really want to be able to feel the silk and the seal but not actually see it on the skin, and then that's a really good translucent powder. So that's perfect for your skin. Then of course we have the Hourglass Ambient Light Dim Light powder. Absolutely obsessed with this still. I use it nearly every day. It's such a beautiful powder. It doesn't give full coverage or really much coverage at all. It's really light, but it does have a really beautiful like light reflection. But there is this look of dewiness which I really love. Like, I feel like it plumps my skin and I am all down for that. If you're not afraid of a little bit of shimmer, then definitely give this one a go. It's probably one of the nicest powders I've ever used. I absolutely love it. Now we're gonna move on to bronzer. Again, the Hourglass have a version of the bronzer. This is a baked version. This is really beautiful as well too. You've got like a multicolor there. It's fine, does the job. I just thought I'd have a play with cream because I've seen that a little bit and I get a little bit, I like that. So I am a little bit makeup obsessed. I've got brush hairs in here. But this is really lovely. This is the Chanel bronzing cream. This has got really great reviews as well too. Really popular in as far as the makeup world goes. I'll put a little bit on my hand there. This here is not, there's two different colors. So they've just brought out a new color into the range, which is a darker cream. It looks good. I don't notice this one on my face all that much. It's really subtle and soft, which I guess is a good thing. And especially if I've got a fake tan on, then like you really don't see it. It's like a really soft contour. So maybe the darker one when you're tanned would be good. But this here for any of the fairer girls that want a really light bronzer, this is so nice. Like, you'll love it. Yeah, it's really great. And again, when you're using cream and stuff like that, it's not going to set in the lines and that sort of thing. So anyone who's got a little bit of creasing and a little bit of lines around that area, definitely stick with your creams. They're a lot more forgiving. Yeah, love that. The next thing that I would love to talk about is blushes. So blushes for me have been quite a journey. I have used so many different types. I've used compacts, loose powders, creams. I'm still yet to find something that I'm really absolutely mad about. I know a couple of you ladies have found some really good ones, and I hear that the Trini London ones are really nice. I haven't tried them yet, so I think that that's probably, I'm missing that. But I do love a really good cream blush. I think that's sort of where I'm at mostly. It's not super beautiful, this, but it is the double pack. I don't even know how to say this brand, Cosas. anyway. This one's from Mecca, and it's a really beautiful cream. It's so nice in summer, like that color is just absolutely beautiful, and that is Tropic Equinox. That color, really, really nice, and you get the Illuminator that goes with that as well too, which, you know, is always good. I have also been starting to use this guy here. I was having some fun playing in Sephora the other day, and I did see that they have this blush here. It's a powder cream blush, comes in a tube. It's a bit like toothpaste, and you squeeze it out and you put it on your cheeks. It's such a beautiful color. It's a really peachy pink, so really just, I really like it. I feel like this would be good all year round. There we go, so you can sort of see, what? This was really cheap. It was only $20, and I feel like it would last you a pretty long time. So always nice when you can find that little bit of a cheaper option that's still really good. It is really pigmented, and then it's not in the same sense. It's really quite interesting. So just, you know, have a little bit of a play with it. I have been trying to apply it a few different ways because it is a bit of a different consistency. So I've sort of tried putting it on my finger and rubbing it in like that there. And then I've also tried putting it on a brush and applying it. I find that when you put it on a brush, it loses color really quickly. So it's actually a lot better if you just put it straight on the cheek and rub it in. So, yeah, may have just made my mind up on how I love to apply it just now. So yeah, that's a really great product as well too, and it's really affordable as well. So that's the Sephora pinky peach colored blush there. Apparently it's really hard to get because it always just goes sold out because it's so popular. Okay, so let's talk about Illuminator. Now, I do have two types. I've got the Iconic London Cream Pot. Absolutely amazing. This is really, really great, and like will last literally a lifetime, I think. It's probably gonna go off before I get to finish it because you just, yeah, it's a really good value for money. It is a beautiful wet sort of dewy look that you can just pop down on the nose, on your eyelids, on your cheeks, anywhere. It doesn't matter. You can pop it on with your fingers, pop it on with a brush. It works really well. This one here that you get with your Kosas cream blush little duo, it's not as nice, I find. So this is a bit more tackier, so it's a bit more stickier, and I just find that that one's just got a bit more of like a silkier texture. Still works great if you're not really wearing a lot of Illuminator. I wouldn't go out of your way to buy it because this would do definitely the job. But yeah, if you actually just really want a really nice Illuminator, I'd definitely go with the Iconic London one. I've used their dewdrop ones that they've got, and also the spritz spray one that they have, so the Prep Set Glow, that's really fabulous as well too. So that's really good if you don't want to use any powders but you still want to set your makeup, so you can just use that as like a lacquer to really set the makeup without having to put on extra powders and all those things. And their one that is in the bottles that actually goes on with drops, that's absolutely beautiful as well too. It's a little bit hard to master, so you definitely, I would say, just it takes a little bit more to get used to using that product because it's a little bit harder to work with because it's so runny, whereas that one in the pot, just super easy. You can apply it with your finger and off you go. Okay, so let's talk about eyes now. I am absolutely really loving the Benefit brand. I've been buying a lot of their stuff for the eye area. I've heard that they're really good with brow stuff, so I got some of their gear for the brows. It's really easy. There's no compacts, no powders, no nothing. It's literally just a pencil. This is the gel. It just comes like with a little combing brush, and you just sort of brush your brows into place, and then you just go over with the pencil, and it's just a really nice consistency. It goes on quite chalky, which is what you want for any brow pencils. I really love the Benefit range for that sort of thing. Really been happy with that. Because I was really loving the brow stuff, I gave the mascara a go, and I've actually been really enjoying that as well too. So I think it's really just a matter of working with the eyelashes that you have and your own needs. So I don't really have very long lashes, but I do have quite like a lot of hair there. It's just really fine, and it's like my hair really. I really did find that using something that was a bit more volume has a bit more of a volume to it, so it thickens them up, and it also just adds that little bit of length. Works really well. And yeah, they've got a really great range of different stuff. The Tarte range, the Surf one, is really lovely as well too. I really enjoyed that. But the Kevin Aucoin, that's probably one of my favorites. It's a really easy to apply. I think just the brush on those is just so easy. So if you're one to always poke yourself in the eye and you hate having big bulky, you know, mascara ones, like this one here is really nice and tiny as well too, and it doesn't have like the big fluffy brush. Yeah, the Kevin Aucoin is really great for that, just having it really little and precise. Eyeliner, I've just started using a Tattoo liner. I bloody love this one. Before this I had the Stila. I've used the Stila range for eyeliners for a long time. I think I like this better. This is a Sephora one, and it is Kat Von D. Yeah, Kat Von D. She's got a makeup range in Sephora, and really happy with that. If you're quite into eyeliner, then definitely give this one a go. I don't use it every day. Actually, I hardly use it ever, but when I do use it, it's on point, so that's what you want. I hardly ever wear any eyeshadow. If I do wear eyeshadow, I actually have the Iconic London eyeshadow palette. That's really good. If you aren't much into wearing eyeshadows, then definitely just pick out a really beautiful palette that kind of speaks to your wardrobe and all your different colors that you like to wear, and then just have that. So I use the cream bronzer a lot for a bit of contouring. I also use the Illuminator for lightening. So in between that, like it's not very often that I'll go to use eyeshadow, except for when I'm going out and I'm trying to have a little bit of fun with it. That would be my biggest advice is, you know, you can get a lot more for your money when you're buying those cream pots and the bronzers, because you get more use of it on your face. So I just find that that works better for me. Last but not least is lipstick. Now, I was contemplating whether to tell you guys about it or not, but I've actually been working on some of my own little creations, because as you guys might know, I spilled the beans about what's coming up later on this month, and that is our glow points. So all of you are going to start earning glow points every time you make a purchase with us at Perle Co. And with those glow points, you're going to be able to have the opportunity to buy all these beautiful limited edition items that we're creating here at Perle Co headquarters. And some of those beautiful little creations are actually lipstick. They're not just any particular lipstick. They're basically a lip balm, a lipstick, and a lip gloss all in one. They're something that we've been playing with, and we've really fallen in love with them. So I don't actually really wear any other lipstick at the moment apart from the Perle Co stuff that we've been creating, because it stains your lips, it lasts so long, and it's super nourishing. You guys have got that to look forward to. I had never really thought about bringing a line of lipsticks, but I think I might have to, because honestly, like, I am obsessed. So I can only imagine how much you girls are hopefully gonna love these. But if I'm not wearing any of our Perle Co creations, then I am wearing my YSL lip stain, and I've just bought a new Chanel one, which is like a lacquer stain. I'm all about the stains, because for me, there's nothing worse than feeling like I'm caked up with something around my lips. And then if it's like that, then the minute I put something in my mouth, which is pretty often, I'm always like snacking and doing that sort of thing, or having a coffee or drinking water or anything like that, it's just gone. So I really find that stains work really well for me. Anyway guys, that is my makeup bag, and they are all the products that I use. I've really simplified my whole look over the last couple of years. I used to wear so much makeup, and I guess that's, you know, come from being a makeup artist and in the makeup industry. You know, when you're working on counters and that sort of thing, you get so used to wearing a lot of makeup. And then, you know, just transitioning back out of that and getting a little bit older as well too, you sort of start learning that less is actually more, and it's more flattering. I really hope that I haven't rambled too much in this video. I absolutely love makeup, and you can probably feel it through this video as I talk about all the different makeup brands and that sort of thing. I hope that you get some insight on some products that you might be looking at, because it's really hard. There's so much available. I've used a lot of stuff over the years, and I'm really happy with where my makeup bag is at the moment with the products that I've got with it. If you guys have any suggestions on anything that you think is amazing and lots of women need to hear about it, then make sure you comment your favorites down below as well too. Thank you so much, guys. Much love. Bye.